In the bustling modern city of Lusangola, where glass towers touched the sky and night markets glowed like scattered constellations, lived a young woman named Zahara, a girl known across the neighborhood for two things: her unbreakable spirit and the way she walked with the rhythm of the city lights, as if every neon sign, every passing boda, every humming taxi, and every echoing street vendor sensed itself to her heartbeat. And yet, behind her confident walk lived a quiet loneliness she never spoke about. For Zahara had come to Lusangola with big dreams, but no family, no safety net, only a suitcase and a hope that the city would someday call her its own. She worked at a small cafe near the seaside highway, serving businessmen, tourists, students, and night shift workers, always smiling even when her heart ached from exhaustion. And every evening she walked home through the glowing city streets, headphones in, pretending the world was softer than it really was, pretending her tiny rented room wasn't cold, pretending her past wasn't still chasing her. One night, everything changed when she witnessed something unusual near the railway bridge: two men arguing loudly beside a black SUV, their voices sharp, tense, urgent. And before she could turn away, one of them spotted her, a tall man in a gray jacket with cold eyes that made her freeze. But before anything could happen, another man stepped between them: Kito, a young tech engineer from her cafe who always ordered the same peppermint tea and smiled shyly whenever she brought it to him. He grabbed her wrist gently and whispered, "Don't look back, just walk," and the two slipped into the crowded streets where the city lights swallowed danger whole. Zahara's heart was racing, and though Kito didn't explain much, the look on his face told her the argument she had seen was not normal city trouble. That night, Zahara couldn't sleep, replaying the moment, wondering why the universe had made her witness something she wasn't meant to see, and why Kito, someone she barely knew, risked stepping in for her. But destiny was shifting quietly, deeply, as if Lusangola itself had decided that Zahara's story was about to unravel in ways she could never imagine. Part 2. Long paragraph, approximately 100 lines. The next morning, Zahara went to the cafe expecting things to return to normal. But Kito was already there, sitting at his usual corner table. Only this time he wasn't smiling, he looked tense, restless, scanning the street outside through the window, as if expecting someone to appear. And when Zahara brought him his tea, he softly said, "You're not safe alone anymore," words that sent a cold shiver up her spine. He explained that the men she saw were involved in a corruption ring linked to a powerful business syndicate, and her face being seen could turn into a problem if the wrong people noticed her again. Zahara felt fear settle in her chest like a stone, but Kito's steady presence eased it slightly. He offered to walk her home after her shift, and though she hesitated, something about his voice felt trustworthy, grounded, warm in a world that often felt unforgiving. As they walked home at sunset, Lusangola's skyline shimmered gold and violet, and Zahara began to open up about her past, about leaving her village after her mother died, about working odd jobs, about carrying dreams too heavy for her young shoulders. Kito listened quietly, and for the first time in years, Zahara felt seen, truly seen. But their peaceful moment ended abruptly when a black car slowed behind them, the same SUV she had seen at the bridge. Kito pulled her into a side alley, and they hid behind an old metal gate as footsteps approached. Shadows stretched, and whispers floated through the dusty air, but after a tense minute, the car drove away. They continued home in silence, hearts pounding, yet somehow closer than ever before, tied together now not only by fear, but by connection, by the strange destiny that had woven their paths together. When they reached Zahara's building, Kito said, "I won't let anything happen to you." And though she wanted to believe him, she could feel the city watching them, waiting, plotting. That night, Zahara dreamed of running through neon-lit streets while someone chased her. And each time she turned around, she saw not danger, she saw Kito reaching for her hand. The city lights flickered outside her window, as if whispering that her life was shifting, and whether she was ready or not, her heart was already changing with it. Part 3. Long paragraph, approximately 100 lines. By the next week, Zahara and Kito were inseparable. He walked her to work, met her for lunch, waited for her after closing, and though neither of them admitted it, something deep and electric was forming between them. Something the city seemed to approve of, because each evening as they walked home, Lusangola glowed brighter, almost protective. But trouble was closing in. One evening as the cafe was closing, the man in the gray jacket entered, those same cold eyes locking directly onto Zahara, sending her breath hitching. He spoke slowly. "We need to talk." But Kido stepped forward, shielding her with his body, saying, "She has nothing to do with your business." A tense standoff followed, customers frozen, air thick, until the man smirked and walked out with a warning glance that promised they weren't done. Zahara felt her entire world trembling, not just from fear but from the realization that Kido cared for her in ways she didn't expect, ways that made her feel protected, valued, chosen. Kido brought her to his friend's apartment for safety, a rooftop overlooking the whole city, wind soft, lights shimmering like thousands of watchful eyes. As the two sat under the night sky, Zahara whispered, "Why do you care so much?" And Kido finally replied, voice low and vulnerable, "Because the moment I saw you walking with those city lights, I felt something I haven't felt in years." Zahara's heart fluttered, warmth spreading across her chest, and though danger loomed, the world suddenly felt softer, brighter. Over the next few days, the corrupt men were arrested after a whistleblower exposed their crimes, Kido's doing, though he never took credit. For the first time in weeks, Zahara walked the streets freely, but now she no longer walked alone. Her hand rested in Kido's, perfectly fitting, perfectly steady. The city lights shimmered around them, glowing not just for Zahara now but for both of them, as if Lusangola itself had accepted their story, their bond, their place in its beating heart. And Zahara realized that sometimes the city you fear ends up becoming the city that saves you, and sometimes the stranger who steps between you and danger becomes the person your soul had been waiting for all along.